because my mom had her little farm up there in Lakeland. We that's what we did all the time. You know, she
Yeah.
had hundreds of chickens and a whole bunch of hogs, and I would help her out. You know, like we neutered the hogs one day. We
Oh,
neutered
that's
we neutered the hogs the old-fashioned way.
like you
That's
borrow
like you grab them, you fucking hold them, you muscle them down, stay still, and other guys out there grabbing those fucking nuts, slicing one slice, popping them
them.
both out, pop,
No.
popping them. There's no anesthesia, there's no nothing. Popping them both out, pulling, yanking the fucking nuts out with all the thing,
That's horrible.
and then filling the sack with coffee. Done. You're in
That is the most,
30, 30 seconds. Dude.
that's
30.
horrible.
Slice in coffee, you're good to go. Go. And
Um,
the coffee prevents any bleeding, any infections, anything like that. It's fucking
oh,
sick.
that's one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, no, that's horrible.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
cool.
that was that was all. I mean, come on, that was all my stepdad. You know, he's old time. You know, Cuban refugee. He's been in jail. I don't know how many times in Cuba, and then finally made it here. And he built a little fortune for himself. You know, he did quite well. He was real successful and knew how to build houses. He built three or four, actually a house down the street from here.
Hmm.
He built. Let me see. And he had some property in Delray. He bought one piece of property in Delray. I don't know how many years ago. He sold it. I don't know how long he owned it for, but I know he bought it for 25,000 and he sold it for $1.1 million.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Good stuff, though.
you know, and
That,
it sold it.
that's the
It was
American
sold
dream.
to the CRA, to the Community Redevelopment Agency of Delray.
No kidding.
Yeah. So yeah, it was probably sold a little higher than normal, but they really wanted it, you know. So there you go.
It's a good thing that we're we're done with the editing crew because that little clip about cutting nuts would be the next reel that they chose.
Mm.
That would be the next one.
So
So
they got, are they completely done with all the 14 videos now?
there's one more today.
All right.
One more today. I was like, I needed a reel to post last night when I was getting off of work. I was like, well, maybe I can choose one of the ones they did. And I went back and looked at it and watched it. I was like, I can't post that. All right. Just like it was on my screen when I woke up this morning. And it was like the last thing that was paused was Starbucks eat a dick. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I can't put that up there. It's still funny.
Starbucks eat a dick. I
It's
love it.
so funny. But nah, that's cool. So I'll get back to work on that this weekend and start banging on that.
You know, today's recording is day 57, I think it is.
This is day 57. Wow. No kidding.
Yeah. So we're only halfway there.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Um, I reached out to a couple people I know and waiting to hear back. I know there's a guy that's connected to First Form that actually boxes that I started talking to that I might reach out to as well. Um, that's yeah, cool cat, like him. So we'll find somebody that's gonna do the job right. But I don't think he'll be doing one a day. So I need to find somebody that wants to do one a day or do a block.
Yeah. Block would be nice.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out.
Uh, fiberglass inside these heating elements. Okay. And after a while, if it gets old, they just start breaking down and they get clumpered up. Like they they just break down. It is what it is. So I said, hey, you have an obstruction, probably a fiberglass. You're gonna have to replace this whole thing. And they said, okay, no problem. So they said, let's go ahead and deactivate it. Now, is it necessary to deactivate it? No, it's not. But excuse me, they say in order for not to, so the pilots won't accidentally turn something on that they can't use because it's not really working properly. Nothing would have happened to the fucking wing if you would have used it in flight. Just saying, nothing would have happened. But because they decided to deactivate it, and they sent me a procedure, it was 1 page, and I'm reading this thing, and I really didn't understand it too well. No, I'm not gonna lie, I did not understand it. And then I said, I have to find a manual. Where is the manual reference? Listen to what I'm saying. A manual reference. Where is it?
So you wanted the step-by-step
yes
procedure.
Yes, I wanted to see exactly how it's done. So here's the step-by-step procedure. So I went over here and I went to the manual, and then I went to the manual to the location that they sent me. It was like fucking section 4, Charlie Bravo, question 2 or whatever, step 2.
Yeah.
So I'm following this diagram, but I'm not, and then it points me to a cannon plug. And I'm like, huh. I guess all I got to do is just disconnect the power to it. And I start thinking, and I said, hey, it makes sense. Listen to my fucking theory.
You're like going through the whole.
I am. I said, hey, so if I need to activate the anti-ice system on this airplane in the air, what happens? So I push a button. I turn the switch on, which opens my valves, and my valves automatically allow the airflow to go through and then to the wings. I said, it makes sense. You disconnect the cannon plug, and I even put them on in a bag, and I fucking tied them properly so it's nice, and dude, I was proud. I said, yeah, it's cool. I said, I only had to do that. I deactivated the system. I didn't know those motherfuckers were in failsafe open. So when he called me, he goes, Nest, you burnt the fucking wings. And I was like, shit. I mean, that's a phone call I get 2 days ago. So I'm like, you burnt the wings. And I'm like, he goes, tell me it's exactly, this is what we talk about. This is what we talk about. I have to be able to back up anything and everything that I fucking did, and the reason why. So I I enter into fucking flight or flight mode, right? I'm like, fuck, dude, how bad did I fuck up? So I start reading I read again, and I'm like, and I highlighted everything. I'm like, this is exactly how I did and why I did it. Here, I sent it out. So when I sent it everything, I didn't get a response. The next morning, I'm talking to Dolly, and I was like, yo, I feel bad. I need to call. She goes, yeah, you should call him and find out.